Hey guys, this is Rick Galvez and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I want to talk about this one particular riff from the song The Somberlain by Dissection, which I think has a lot of really cool music theory concepts that you can apply to your own riff writing. So the beginning of this riff starts off with the three notes from the E minor triad. That's going to be the notes A, D, and B. So the beginning sequence goes like this. So just all three notes from an E minor triad. Again, it looks like this. So starting off with the tremolo picking on the low E string, going to the third of the key of E minor, so that's the note G. So G, that's a tenth higher than the original E. And then going down to this E, that's an octave higher from the original one, going down to this B. So all outlining an E minor triad. And then from there, we're actually going to a G sharp minor triad. So down here. So that's something called a chromatic mediant. So what a chromatic mediant is when you're switching between two different chords of the same chord type. So for example, minor chords, major chords, and then you're moving them either a minor third or major third apart. So in this case of a Somberlain, we're actually moving minor chords a major third away, which is something that you don't ever see in minor keys unless you have chromatic mediants thrown in. Another way you can think of it too is we're actually changing keys. So changing keys from E minor to G sharp minor. So the G sharp minor part would be like this. So a cool thing about this G sharp minor section is that we're actually adding in a second from the key, which in this case would be B flat. So right here. Then going down to the fifth again. So starting from the third of our new key, like that. Third, second, root, or fifth. And of course, once again, it's all tremolo picking. So I'll do this G sharp minor section again. So after this G sharp here, I use my pinky to grab this B note on the D string. And then it descends from the third of the key to the second, just B flat, to the root, G sharp, then down to the fifth of the key, which is, in this case, a D sharp. So if you want to be extra specific about it, you can think of it like we're switching between an E minor triad going to a G sharp minor add 9. Which I think is pretty damn cool. Like that. And then it goes back right to our E minor triad. Back to the G sharp minor part after that. But we're changing up the melody a little bit. So that's the 4th fret of the low E string, going to the 9th fret of the D string, to the 8th fret, back to the 9th fret of the D string, back to the 9th fret of the D string, and then to the 6th. The 6th fret of the D string. So again, it looks like this. We're really implying the chord progression by tremolo picking the notes found within these chords. And not just that, but we got one note in common between these chords and these different keys that really ties it together. And that's the note B. So right here. Or B. So the note B is the 5th scale degree or the dominant of the key of E minor, and it's also the minor third or the mediant of the key of G sharp minor. So what's really cool about how the G sharp minor section of the riff ends and then leads back into the E minor section is the note that ends the G sharp minor section, and that is the note D sharp. So what's significant about the note D sharp in this context is that not only is it the 5th scale degree or the dominant of the key of G sharp minor, but it's also the leading tone note of the key of E minor, which means if you were to take the note D, which is the 7th scale degree in the key of E minor, if you're playing natural minor, if you raise that up a semitone to get D sharp, like it would be in E harmonic minor, then we got a very nice transition back to the tonic of E minor, which is obviously E. That. Thanks once again, guys, for watching this video in full. If you have any questions at all regarding any of the music theory that I talked about in today's video, then be sure to leave a comment below. I'm also available for private one-on-one guitar lessons via Skype and Zoom. So if you're looking for someone to help you clear up the confusion regarding the fretboard, scales and chords, and technique and how it all ties together, then be sure to visit www.rickgalvis.com or find me on Instagram or Facebook with the handle @rickgalvisguitar and send me a message and we will set up something soon. Have a good one, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.